Hello and welcome. Welcome to the board of a 1541 disk drive. This would be one of the, not the earliest by any means, but one of the ones that is not the 1541 too. And how do I know this? Well, because on these disk drives, in order to change the device number, you had to cut a trace on the board, which would of course void your sacred Commodore warranty. So what you're looking for, and believe me, there are many versions of this board, so you really got to look around. What you're looking for are these two things. Kind of looks like a circle. Well, in this case, with a cut through it, and this one has a little thing in the middle. And that is how you set the device number. If everything is well and good, and you have a drive that is device 8, then both of those little things in the middle will be there. This one has been modified to be a device 9, which you get by cutting the trace here. And to the best of my recollection, if you wanted to be device 10, and people who had bulletin boards did do this, you would have left this one intact and cut this one. And if you wanted to be device 11, you would have cut them both. It's funny, it reminds me of a story years ago when we were running a bulletin board, the Bradley Brothers bulletin board system, and we were at the World of Commodore at the International Center, and they were selling off a 9090 hard drive at a very cheap price because it didn't work. We thought, we pondered, turned it on, the lights flashed as they should, and we thought, yeah, we're going to take a chance on this. So we brought it home and then tried to catalog, nothing happened. Tried to catalog on Unit 9, nothing happened. On Unit 10, nothing happened. On Unit 11, nothing happened. But on Unit 12, it came to life. And that was all that was wrong. And I don't remember how it ended up being Unit 12. Because maybe it had more jumpers, or not jumpers, more places to cut. I don't know. But we certainly didn't have the heart to tell the people that sold it off cheap, that it was okay. Anyway, so now the way you can undo this sort of thing is you take your soldering iron, you get it nice and warm, and you plop it down there and take some solder and close that gap again. And then you will have device 8. You will. Now, I don't have an iron handy, I don't have the solder handy, and this is a board that's been giving me torment. You'll see that a lot of chips are out of it, and really this board may end up being 4 parts, but we will see. I hate giving up on things, but this has been very tormenting. And it had a lot of bad chips, lots of bad chips, which leads me to think that there could be other secondary chips that are bad, and who knows what else. Anyway, so want to change the device? Look for these two little pads, and then with great care, cut a trace or two, and away you go. Remember, bulletin board people who used to have, many disk drives hooked up did this all the time. On the 1541 and the 1571, and I guess on the 1581, they had little switches in the back that you could do this. You didn't have to void the sacred Commodore warranty to do this. But on the first drives, which were in the 1540 and the 1541, this is what you had to do. Or, I suppose if you didn't want to void the warranty, you could pay your dealer to do it for you. You could. And of course, even to this day, if you're scared to do this and you're not comfortable doing it, don't do it. Get somebody else to do it for you. The other thing that people have done, and I have seen this in the past, is people will attach wires to each side of this and then run them to the back and have little switches coming out the back or even the front of the drive so that then you can switch it yourself whenever you want without having to load a program or go in with a soldering iron. Anyway, there are lots of 1541s out there in the world, or there were out there in the world, that had all kinds of switches and modifications, and ones that would disable the write protect, and there was also a thing called the 29-second copy, I think it was, copy a whole disk in 29 seconds. Anyway, I was never much into those things, but changing the device number is quite simple. Look for the pad, look for the pad. And I say look, you have to look around because, like the disk drive I'm testing right now, it has a board from 1982. This one is from 1984. And the pads to change the device number are nowhere near where these ones are. So you just got to look around, and when you see those two little pads, you'll know, that's where they are. And from what I know, and looking at the others, you want to go to device 9, you cut the trace on the one on the right. Device 10, cut the one on the left. Device 11, cut them both. Device 8, don't touch them or reconnect them. Anyway, thanks for coming. Have a lovely, lovely day. Bye for now.